these days, dogs to this earth. So how you doing, man? First,
Right.
this was a real powerful film because I feel like it took us there while we were in the safety confines of our hopefully safe movie theater. You know, so. But I really felt like I seen something that I didn't know from that perspective.
That's awesome. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the take I hope everybody has because, I mean, we can't beat around the bush. It's a very political issue. And I think for me, the most surprising thing was I didn't know about this story. And I think a lot of people seeing the movie don't know about this story. And so, you know, I watch the news, I read the newspaper. I thought I knew everything I needed to know about Benghazi. And I was kind of embarrassed that I hadn't heard about these 6 guys who laid their lives on the line that night, or that I hadn't heard about the story of that particular night, what actually happened. Yeah. So for me, to take you there and shed some light on what these guys really did is it's the reason why we all did the movie.
I know as an actor, it could be intimidating, like playing a part where you have somebody to talk to that is the person or whatever, but in this movie, it seemed like it would be even more intimidating to have these soldiers who've lived this traumatic experience and that you're trying to dig into them for how to play the characters. Like, how was that experience having the real life survivors of
You were exactly right. It became the biggest responsibility. You know, the hardest thing people say, was it hard to get in shape? Was it hard to do the action? No, the hardest thing was knowing that you were playing someone who went through this and you had to get it right. So the top priority for me was meeting the real Jack Silva, the guy who I play, and you know, not only getting to see how he was on this night and how he was strategically and with weapons and all that stuff, but to see him with his family and to see him what he sacrifices every time he goes over there. To me, that was the big emotional plug-in for me. I connected in a huge way, having just become a dad myself.
Yeah, and was creative liberty, or was that really what happened? Like to go push that sin before you go back to the roof?
Yeah, he all that stuff's real. So he felt stupid about the news that he got, that once he found out he had a child, he reacted poorly. This is all true story. And so he was trying to call his wife back to apologize, and she wasn't there. And so he had to do it later. All that stuff's real. The contact stuff's real. And those are the things that I think really humanize the movie. So it was always going to be sort of supported for an action movie if you wanted to make an action movie. But I got to give credit to Michael, because Michael said from the very beginning, if we don't care about these guys, there's no point in doing this movie, because otherwise it's just an action movie. Yeah. And we didn't want to do the movie version of what happened. We wanted to tell the real story.
How much of politics kind of messes up just the respect and the honoring of people that we lost? Like, how often do you think people would look at this from this lens or that lens, and just instead of just saying like, wow, these brave people fought and some died, you know, trying to save.
Yeah, we should get that quote, because you're saying it exactly right. I mean, that's how I feel. I feel that, listen, the political system and arguing and having opinions is totally part of the process, and you should do it. Everybody should do it. It's very important. But I can't believe we haven't acknowledged the real story. This has been going on for years. Everyone, at least most people I know, think of Benghazi as congressional hearings and political debates and all these different things. No one talks about these heroes who have done this. And so, in my opinion, the reason why I know at the end of the day, am proud to be a part of the movie, and everybody else, the thing we're most proud of is that we finally get to acknowledge these guys and what they did, because, let's be honest, they haven't been acknowledged. And so publicly, I think it's really important we do that.
Well, thanks for bringing life to these characters in this story and just taking us there, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words.
The fallen comrades and the living. So
thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Benghazi is under attack. We need immediate assistance.
You have a U.S. ambassador at risk. You gotta send us.
You're not the first responders. You will wait.
Let's go! We gotta move!
We have no jurisdiction in this country. We're not even supposed to be here.
Losing initiative.
Stand down!
If you do not get here soon,
we are all gonna die.
None of you have to go. But we are the only help they have.
We're coming in. We're on property. I'm on the roof. Don't leave me. We're under heavy fire. Chief, are we expecting any friendlies?
I am not aware of any friendlies.
Let them come. Let them come.
We're gonna unleash hate on these guys.
What you do right now will determine whether we live or die.
As long as I'm doing the right thing, God will take care of me.
If you don't send our support, Americans are going to die, including the one talking to you right now.
You're not giving orders anymore. You're in my world now.
I haven't thought about my family once tonight. Thinking about them now. Up here in the middle of all this.
Shoot that son of a bitch!
Thinking about my girls, man.